Ooh, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Ghost, and we back with another reaction. Today we checking out Bounty Tank. Behind the scenes little video. Somebody I used to, watch a lot. So y'all already know how we do it over here. I'm giving y'all my real reaction. So if it's fire, say it's fire. But if it ain't, we gonna talk about that too. But before we get into that, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification so you don't miss the next one. And most importantly, get in them comments. Let me know what you think about the video and drop what I need to react to next. Enough talking though, Ghost Gang. Let's get to it. All right, here we go. We got Bounty Tank. Let's see. I'm not gonna lie to you. Hey, your boy be kicking some doors in. Y'all should go check my guy out that what he got the Kick Dough University. Hey, he ain't he's something to worry about. Something to worry about. But let's get back to it.
If you're just sitting around playing video games, you might as well get paid for it. There's an app called Free Cash. They're giving people free
y'all check
cash
out them on Free
just
Cash,
to play
man.
video
Y'all
games.
do all that.
I'm not saying you're gonna get rich
I ain't
off
really
this,
sponsored with
but
no
it is
free
a way
cash,
to make
but
some
y'all
extra
listen to
money.
that.
Okay. Now look, the app is super transparent, super easy. It shows you how much money you done made, and it shows you how much money you're taking out. Okay. And on top of that, if you use my QR.
You know what's crazy? I always wondered if that stuff was legit. Like I never tried. Like I never wanted to just scan QR codes and do all. But man, so many got daggone people that advertise stuff like this. So I might try it out one day. Tank man, my guy. I might try it. I'm gonna let you know what I think about it.
QR code or the link in my description, you get a $5 bonus. All right, Free Cash. Catch y'all later.
Free cash. I'm gonna say one more thing. I'm gonna stop pausing so much, but I'm gonna say one more thing. This dude here also got a lot of dope intros. Like to see this guy come up from like nothing, like when he first started up until how he do his videos and stuff now, you could tell he invested in himself. So what I can say about anybody that's doing anything, always invest in yourself.
I didn't have any time to go sit down in the classroom. Online was the only option I had.
Engineering tech.
Skip through all that.
As most of you know, right now, I'm still healing from surgery. So I haven't been able to move the way the way you guys are used to seeing me move. But I do plan on making a comeback, okay? There will be a new season at some point. Just bear with me. Why?
Hey, one thing I can say I noticed, brother got small. I mean, I understand the situation and what happened. Like, I was watching the episode when all of this stuff went down and everything, and that's a real dangerous game this man playing. And I ain't gonna say he playing like he's living as a Bells bondsman, and the one that's active that's gonna go get gonna go get your home when it's time for that to go. Hey, them the ones you got to worry about. But my guy here, he used to be swole. He lost a little weight, but I'm proud to see my guy still alive and everything, and he's still motivated to keep doing what he loves to do.
While I'm healing. And being down has given me something I haven't had a lot of over the years, and that's really just time to sit back and really just think. For years, it was just next case, next person, next episode, next situation, and you don't always have time to process the journey, when you're so busy living it. And that's really where Beyond the footage came from. I just wanted to give y'all more than just an arrest, more than just a chase, even though I know that's what most of y'all want. And while I've been sitting here healing, there's something that keeps coming back to.
Hey, I like that guy. They're gonna watch. Boy, god damn, that bitch nice. Hey.
That I keep coming back to. Something I never really sat down and talked about. And that is what it's actually been like to be a black bounty hunter. Not just a bounty hunter, a black man doing this job, a black man with authority, a black man doing it in front of a camera, and eventually becoming somebody people know all over the world. So before I come back, I think it's time we talk about it, because it's been on my mind. There's a difference, okay, being a black bounty hunter and just any old regular bounty hunter, white or any other race. First, let me say this. I'm not trying to make this a black and white thing. I'm really not. But it really, the reality of it is there is a difference. I'm not saying every challenge I've experienced happened because I'm black. I'm telling you what I've lived. And what I've lived has caused me to ask some questions, honestly, because throughout my career, I've felt stereotyped from both sides.
It's crazy because I can actually agree to that. Like watching certain stuff that he did, it does seem a little. I don't want to play the race card, but you can tell a black bounty hunter from a white bounty hunter from a pillar of salt. Goddamn it, like. You ain't finna get no white bounty hunter go to no hood and they just think you just one of the junkies. Like, it's gonna automatically let them know I'm police type, bells bomb, ATF, I don't, whatever it is. We over here for this job. It is. You got black folks all the time walk in the hood and you would never think they bounty hunters because of how they operate themselves. You may see them as, oh, it's a costume type thing, or you just a security guard, or is one of them. It is. And then when it comes down to actually trying to go get your people, niggas ain't finna play with niggas. I'm gonna just keep it real. They not finna. Let me rephrase that. I ain't gonna say that. They just don't play with black folks. You not finna just walk in no black person house and talking about, oh, this mine. Let me sit down because I own this now and all that. The black folks gonna remove you. The white folks say I'm gonna call the police. We don't do police. So if I sat here and you said you want to call the police, apparently I'm here for a reason because I don't play with them folks. Let's get back to it. We're gonna get back to it.
Bad people see this big black tatted guy with long hair coming toward their house and they assume, I'm there to rob them. It's crazy, right? Yeah. And they didn't just think it, they actually called the police on me. So they truly thought that they might be getting robbed.
Yeah.
While I'm there actually just doing my legal job.
Right.
Then I've had people who look just like me say, why you locking up black people? Why you chasing your own people? You a slave catcher. You working for the system. You the police. So I think about where that puts me. On one side, I'm black, so I might be a threat. On the other side, you're black, so you shouldn't be doing this job. Man, you shouldn't be doing this to us. You shouldn't be arresting your people. And that's just a strange place, to be honest.
Bang on my door.
It does something to you.
Bang on my door, my wall.
After a while, it can create uncertainty. It creates, it can create anger, solitude. Sometimes you find yourself in a dark place mentally because you just start asking, where do I fit? Is this because of my profession? Is it because I'm black? Is it because how I look? Or is it simply just part of the job? You don't always know.
I ain't gonna lie to you. If it was me, let me get a little closer when I say it. If it was me, I wouldn't be scared of none of that. It ain't that you're black. It ain't how you look. It ain't about being the police. It's the fact that you actually doing your job. That's what I'd be scared of. Because you won't get to it if you do your job. I'm just going to get the money. But your job requires you to pay the money if you going to go get them. But the other people, nope. I'm not finna chase after you. It's too hot outside of me. Have you seen such and such? At this point, all y'all go to jail. All y'all gonna go to jail.
And carrying that question for years is heavy. It's like walking a tightrope. You're trying to keep your balance. Try not to become bitter. Try not to become angry. Try to stay connected to your community. Trying to show authority without coming.
Have you ever wanted to see your home from space? With this free satellite Earth Maps tool, you can zoom right.
Without coming to somebody's stereotype. And all this is at the same time. Trying to be strong while, I'm privately dealing with all this that I just told you. Sometimes, it can get lonely. Because it's not that many people I can call and say, hey, you know what it's like to be a black bounty hunter in the spotlight. It's not a lot of people I can call with that problem. People see the vests, they see the chase, they see the handcuffs, they see tank.
He just read up on boy smooth than a mother. Like, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I done seen some big people move quick, but brother, that dude, that be moving. He be moving. But his size, he be moving.
But they don't always know what Tank carrying when the cameras turn off.
Right.
See, the thing is, America, the world already had an image. Before most people even knew who Bounty Tank was, who I was, the people already had an image of what a bounty hunter looks like already. They had Dog the Bounty Hunter. And let me say this clearly, I respect Dog.
I don't. Dog, you ain't getting no pass. I don't respect you. Hold up. Let me say this. I did have respect for you at first when I first started watching Dog the Bounty Hunter, like when I was a little kid, even though it ain't been all that when it come down to Dog the Bounty Hunter. But if you knew of a bounty hunter, you knew Dog the Bounty Hunter. But just as I matured and got older, I started to realize Dog the Bounty Hunter is not what I thought he was. So that's how I really got on Bounty Tank. Now this guy keeps it raw, real with you, the whole 9 yards. He go and show you step by step what his day-to-day job consists of, how he investigate and do all kind of other stuff. But we're gonna get back to
it. I respect what he built. He helped me make this profession a mainstream. So this is not a Tank versus Dog type of situation. I'm sure that man experienced adversity too. I'm sure he has. But his journey gives me something to compare my experience to through the process of, contradistinction. We work the same profession, So sometimes I wonder, will America experience us the same way? If that makes sense. I guess you could say they see a robber when I show up. And people thought I was there to rob them sometimes.
I ain't gonna lie.
You know,
I wouldn't think you no robber, but I wouldn't think you the bounty hunter neither. Cause let me go back just a little bit. If y'all pay attention,
there's
look at that. It says on the back of his shirt, it says officer of the court.
Will America experience us the same way?
Then you got,
if that makes sense. And people thought, you know,
right
rob them.
Look at that. Agent. Y'all see that? Agent. I would have most definitely thought you was some like Secret Service, not Secret Service, because most you ain't finna find no black man. There's no Secret Service. Not that I know of. Every picture I done seen of Secret Service, they were white guys or of that nationality or that descent of that skin color. Never seen a dark skinned Secret Service officer or agent. But I would think you were more special agent for FBI maybe, or you know, something like that. I would have never thought bail bondsman.
Sometimes, you know, they called the police. You know, think about that. I'm a bounty hunter. I'm there looking for somebody else, trying to do my job. But before someone can believe me that this is my profession, they call the police. They can only believe that I'm a criminal at first. And that's just something that kind of stays with you sometimes. Because eventually you start wondering, what did you see when you looked at me? Maybe you just didn't understand bounty hunting. Maybe it was the situation. Maybe it was how I dress. You know, sometimes, you know, I'll dress like a normal person.
That is one thing I can say about this guy. He is very aware of his surroundings too. My dude really, like, he don't dress to impress, but he dressed for the environment type that he's gonna be in. I think it's more to feel make everyone else feel comfortable with him also, but at the same time, I feel like that's another thing that downplay is like a pro and a con for me when it comes down to him thinking that way. The pro to it, he get the situational awareness and all the other stuff that comes with that. But the cons, it always got your mind going. Like you will never get a chance to decompress and think about your life when there's always you have to look over your shoulder left and right because I don't know what this person might be think about me because of my image. But at the same time, I want my image to let you know I don't play. I'm a big guy. My name is Tank. I will come kick your ish in for my money. So I mean, it's like a pro and con to it, but at the same time, I see that it affects this guy's mental, and he actually thinks about this a lot often, or more often than a lot of people would.
Maybe it's because I'm black. I don't know, but I know how I felt, and I know it happened enough for me to start questioning. Was somebody who looked different have gotten? And I asked myself, was somebody who have looked different got the same type of reaction? Maybe not. Sometimes I wonder. I think about it. See, when people saw Dog, you know, they seen the bounty hunter first.
Right.
While
right.
some people saw me as the robber first, the criminal first, because that's just completely.
I ain't gonna lie to you. This is my first time reacting, but I like bounty taking all, but I can't react to someone who says the same thing over and over and over. Like I get it. You're going through it, but you gotta stop blaming the black thing. Like stop making it because you black. Like it's not just because you black.
That's a different completely starting point, you know. First I had to prove, you know, that John Bell. I gotta constantly prove that I'm legit first before I can even do my job. You know?
Bro, you signed up for the job. This comes with your job. You have to let it be known who you are before you make your move. It ain't no such thing as just, I'm just gonna do this and people just gonna automatically know who you is and what you're here for. You gotta, yeah, you do have to let that be known what your job is. Especially in some of the areas you go in, brother. You gotta let them know. Hey, I'm not here for all that. I'm here for what I'm here for. All that other stuff ain't got nothing to do with me. Now you can take it up with them people, the police people, but that ain't what I'm here for.
So I'll lay back and feel the earth under me until I'm.
Then, you know, I would get it from my own people. But here's where it gets a little bit complicated, because then I will experience something from the other direction. My own people, why are you locking up black people? Why are you chasing your own people?
Why are you doing that?
And I've always thought,
it don't matter. This is not your job. It's not affecting you. This do not take no time out your day besides you keeping up with me, worried about what I got going on. That's another problem with black folks. They always in somebody else's business, but get mad when the shit falls back on them. Stay out of it.
In the back of my mind, I always wonder, does anybody ask a white bounty hunter, why are you arresting your own people?
Exactly.
I wonder that. Do they get asked this? I don't know what dog heard from his community. Honestly, I wasn't there. Heard stereotype.
We're gonna pull that further out, man.
I had just grown in this alley. Along this journey, somewhere along this journey, I realized that this became bigger than just bounty hunting, because kids were watching this.
I'm really trying to find a certain part. I never watched the video, but I kind of be like knowing exactly where the highlights would be at. See, like here. Yeah.
As I'm representing something bigger than myself.
There you go. You gotta let them know what you represent.
I'm here for a purpose.
Because honestly, it's much more to this man than him just being a bounty hunter. Like, man make music, he's acting, he's a fitness guru. Like he be on other type of stuff. But like I said, I hate reacting to the videos or they only just talk about the negatives of what they got going on. Show the world more of you than just being the bounty hunter. That's like me, man. I do all kind of stuff. I make music, tattoo artists, I build stuff. I'm into drones. As you can see, I'm now getting on the streaming and everything. So you gotta show the world. I ain't gonna say everything about you, but more things about you instead of putting a stereotype on you, and that's all they see you as. It's like that's words of wisdom from Ghost.
Bigger than me, and God has something that's bigger than me that this represents. The question, another question that I kind of fumble around in my head is, which probably brings me to the most uncomfortable conversation, is the television, TV situation. I built a show around this entire life, real cases, real danger, real conversations, real people, unfiltered, unscripted, real reality. And a lot of major networks passed. Nobody told me we're passing because you're black, but so I'm not telling you that's what happened. But after everything else I've experience, I'd be lying if I told you I never wondered about it. Because honestly, the world, America,
Yeah, you gotta
embraced
worry about that. You don't, but
a
you
white
do.
bounty hunter and made him a household name. And I've always wondered, would the world, would America receive me the same way? But when I started thinking, maybe the question is even bigger than that, to be honest. Is America ready to see a black man with this type of authority
In charge,
and make him a hero of the story? Think about that image. The big, black, tatted man, handsome, I would say handsome, authority, handcuffs, going to people's homes, chasing people, dealing with all type of dangerous individuals. Except this time, he's not the villain.
Yeah.
He ain't the criminal. He not the person you're supposed to fear. He's the main character. He's communicating. He's giving chances. He's holding people accountable. He's trying to prevent violence. He's showing compassion without being weak. And millions of people are supposed to root for him. Maybe, I don't know, maybe America is ready for that. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. Time will tell. But based on my journey, it's a question that surfaces my mind a lot. Even more like, what if he becomes the hero? What if I become the hero? And this is what I think about that kid again. You know, kids, just the youth. Imagine a young black kid watching, he sees somebody who looks like him walk into chaos and bring calm. You feeding him something different. That kid can see authority without abuse, strength without unnecessary violence.
Let's protect our youth, man. For sure, protect the youth, man. They need the guys, the real guys.
Compassion, without weakness. And then he sees somebody who wasn't supposed to fit the image of the profession, become successful anyway. That's an underdog story. Maybe to that kid, that's a hero. Maybe even a superhero. And that's not because I'm perfect, because I'm not, but sometimes your hero simply is the person who makes you believe something is possible. Yeah. Maybe those kids look at me and think, if Tank became something nobody expected him to become.
That's one thing I do agree with, or what I gotta say about it. What we gotta stop doing is basically like even the human race. I ain't gonna even put a race to it, but the human being identity. We gotta stop denouncing our mythical superheroes to our children without replacing them with real heroes. You get what I'm saying? Like, don't be killing a child's dream. Basically, just say for like Superman. Superman is a great superhero. He's a great, he's great all around. It's kind of hard to beat him. So don't go telling the child that Superman ain't real, but you don't give him somebody in real life that can be a superhero, like somebody he can look up to, a positive role model, somebody that saves his day type. Like, you can't tell them superheroes ain't real and they're gonna say men ain't shit in front of them. Like, what you expect to happen? Like, they go looking for their superhero, and sometimes the superhero don't really be the superhero. It turns out to be the villain, and then you wonder where you messed up with your child. Like, let your child be a child and experience children things growing up. And when they become an adult, it's up to them to figure out if this is real if it ain't real, and what's reality and what's fiction. That's also why they need to go to school.
What can I become?
With Google Play Games, you can play unlocked. Unlock bigger screens.
I just feel like people miss the value of this, what's been built. I feel like some people don't, appreciate it. And this is not everybody. This is just me and my thoughts. Understand a little bit more about the person you're watching. The man underneath the vest, not just the bounty hunter. So I guess here's my question as I'm sitting here on the rant. If I were a white man doing this exactly what I've done throughout my career, would...
That's most definitely AI photo. Ain't never looked like that. Not in the face, but I don't even know who the other dude is. But that is the AI photo.
My journey have been...
You can't tell me that AI.
Different. Would people have assumed I was robbing them and called the police? Would people from my own community question my loyalty? Would television looked at me different, looked at my show different? Would the world been more comfortable making me the hero? I don't know. And I don't need to pretend that I know. So, and I'm not going to sit here and dwell in it. But again, we're just having a conversation. These are just questions my experience have created. You might disagree with them. That's okay. Because I'm not here asking everybody watching this to agree with me. I'm not asking everybody to. Just not. I'm asking you to understand why I might feel this way. And maybe have a conversation we've never really had.
I'm gonna stop it right there. But it's very understandable. Like, I get it. You want to tell the way you feel about it. And me being a big supporter of you, Tank, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I respect, hats off to you, everything that you do. I'm a military guy. I would do the same thing, but in a more controlled setting, if you know what I mean. Like, I like the message that you give when it comes down to your job. But at the end of the day, your job is a hard job, and I can't say nothing about it. I can't say about it. And then as a black man, you already know what comes with that. It's sad to say, but you know what comes with it, my guy. Other than that, I think it was a good, behind the scenes video, but we're going to start reacting to more of your fast. That's what we're going to do. All right, man. Like, that was it for the video. Catch y'all on the next one.